Welcome back to my channel. I am Shells. If you are new, my name is Shells, and today's video is basically my 1 year thyroid journey review. Keep watching so you can find out how it's been treating me, you know, what it's like taking the medication, and if there have been any side effects for me. I hope you enjoy this video. I can't believe it, guys. It has been a whole 1 entire year, if that makes any sense. 1 whole entire year since I've had a total thyroidectomy. So if you don't know what that is and you're just stumbling across this video, it's basically when you remove all of your thyroids and you basically have no thyroids. You are prescribed a synthetic medication in order for you to get the I don't know, I'm gonna say hormones, the hormones that your body actually needs. So I have done obviously my operation, what that was like, a little bit of my recovery, and then I have also done a 6-month update, and then now it's time for the year. I can't believe it, a year has gone by so quickly. Before I actually recorded this video, it was literally yesterday, there was a period of 5 days where I hadn't taken my medication, and that was only because the GP was messing around with my script. So that's basically a prescription. They hadn't sent it to the pharmacy. Yeah, I was getting a little bit concerned because I'd done some reading, as you do, that showed me that actually it stays in your system for a period of time, but it's not as long as you think it is, and your body starts needing it. So of course I started feeling a bit tired, which is a main symptom that I felt throughout this whole kind of period. So yeah, I've successfully got my medication and I've been taking it. You're meant to take it on an empty stomach. So I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. They're actually very small bits of medication. They're not that big. This is my 100 grams one. And then I'm also on 50 grams as well. So I take 150 milligrams every single day at 11 o'clock every day, and it's supposed to be before I eat, so taking it on an empty stomach, and that's why I have breakfast a little bit late, and that's why I take a late lunch at work. But yeah, let me pop those down. What has it been like? It's been okay. Like I can't complain. I genuinely can't complain. Taking the medication is one thing, just like slotting that into your daily routine and remembering to take it, for me, can be quite difficult at times, or challenging. Sometimes I forget because I'm just busy, or I haven't remembered to order a new prescription, because just a repeat prescription you get at the pharmacy. And because actually if you have got no thyroid, you're actually exempt from paying. So in the UK there's certain prescriptions that you have to pay for. With this, I've actually got an NHS exemption card and I don't have to pay for this medication. So yeah, no, taking it at the same time every day has been fine. It's been okay. Like I have not felt any like different in terms of like, oh my gosh. I know that people have messaged me saying that they've put on loads and loads and loads and loads of weight, or there's been a severe hair loss, or there's been a lot of other things. I haven't noticed that. Of course, yes, I've said it, I have put on weight. I wouldn't say it's a significant amount. Yes, I am a bit plumpier, rounder, thicker, whatever you want to call it, but it's not to the point where I feel like, oh my gosh, like what's wrong with me? I have to do something about it. In fact, I've actually embraced it. Like I like it. It is what it is at this point. So I fully accepted that. I haven't had any major symptoms, side effects from the medication. Sometimes if I do too much, as I've said before in my updated video, that yes, I can feel exhausted, yes, I can feel tired, but other than that, I pretty much just get on with it. Like life is to be lived and you just need to get on with it and do what you need to do. So yeah, that would be the medication. I think the whole service in the UK, and I think the whole NHS, and I don't know what it's like in other countries, so if you know, let me know, drop a comment below, but I just think it's really shoddy. Like I think the aftercare was really bad. I have got another blood test booked in for next week. So what I've realised is every either 3 months or 6 months, I'm going to have a blood test. And that's going to be to basically just review to see if the medication's actually working well for me or not. And I guess once they get me on a stable dose, if it is working well, then I just continue that, and it might be a yearly review. But I just think it's quite shoddy. I just don't think the aftercare has been all that great. Basically, after I had my operation, I actually had to contact them to request a blood test, only because my mum kept on banging on about it. But obviously, if you're none the wiser, you'll just continue going and going and going. And then they don't even like call me up. I have to do it all through this stupid NHS app, and it's literally like, am I not supposed to have a blood test now? You said you're going to review it in 3 months. 3 months have come. So it might just be my GP surgery, or it might just be the NHS just slacking as a whole. But I just find the whole aftercare post-surgery process ridiculous. I mean, before or pre-surgery, it was quite annoying. Obviously, I had found the lump. I got pregnant, so I wasn't able to have the operation at the time. I actually definitely feel like my pregnancy exacerbated things a lot more than what it was. I do feel like I had a lot more symptoms and things happen to me during my pregnancy. And then obviously I noticed the lump a lot more. I was looking at some pictures the other day and I was like, whoa. But I do think it's to do with my thyroid, and I do think it was definitely to do with my hormones as well. And then obviously COVID came, so that was like 2 years where NHS weren't really seeing anyone, or you couldn't get appointments, or the only time they would see you basically was if it was like life and death situations. And then imagine, guys, I had a whole entire operation during COVID on my own. Like, no one could come in with me. No one could stay in with me, come into the hospital to drop me off. I literally had to go in by myself, have the operation by myself, wake up by myself. Like, and I know people probably do this all the time, or maybe they don't. Maybe you have your partner or a friend who just stays in the hospital just in case there's any complications or things go wrong. But I done that all by myself. Well, technically I wasn't, God was there, but all by myself. And at the time I was scared, I was worried, I didn't know what to expect. And yeah, it was just something that I did, and I knew that I had to do it, so I just went ahead and done it. And I actually saw a comment the other day on one of my previous videos asking me why I had taken the whole thyroid out, why I'd opted for that. My thing is, I'd rather have the whole thing removed than leave part of it in, and then potentially, because of hereditary issues, I then have another issue with the thyroid again. So for me personally, there was no point of me keeping in a thyroid or half of the thyroid, because basically it's basically like 2 glands here, and you can either keep in half of it or part of it, or they remove some parts of it or whatever. And I just opted for them to remove the whole entire thing. I didn't think about the repercussions. I didn't really consider like having to be on medication. Well, I did, but I was just like, it is what it is. I mean, you can survive having part of your thyroid in you. People do have that. But for me, it was just a thing of, you know what, life is already short as it is, and I just don't want any further complications in the future. So I'm one of those drastic people who, if I find out something's wrong or whatever, I'm gonna just opt for the most extreme, maybe for some people, option. So yeah, I done that, and it hasn't given me major issues. I definitely maybe feel like maybe age, where you're at, maybe if you're female, menopause and all of that can definitely have an impact, but I'm not there yet. So yeah, I haven't felt anything in terms of like drastic, I would say. Yeah, so how am I feeling? I don't know, like I just can't believe it's been a year. It's just gone by so quickly, and I'm just looking at the clouds right now because I'm just like, life has really gone past quickly. I'm in a good state of health, I hope, I think. I have the review coming up, and hopefully my blood tests are good. But yeah, this was just a quick short video. I'm really not going to edit this. It's just like my thoughts and my views and how I feel having my 1-year surgery. I'm grateful. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm able to see my son grow and develop, and I'm still able to do as much of the things that I've done before, like traveling, going up and down, like seeing friends and doing things. So it hasn't stopped or prevented my life in any way, shape or form. What I would say, and I think maybe I'd give like 2 bits of advice, like if you are considering having your thyroids removed, I will definitely do a lot of reading into it. I done a lot of reading into it before bed in the morning, just to make sure that I was 100% sure with my decision, and also ask the nurses, doctors questions and queries, like if you don't really understand why they need to maybe do a biopsy, for instance, or what does certain blood level test results mean. Ask them questions. That after all, they are paid, even though they might be underpaid or they're not happy with their pay, they're still paid to provide you with a service, and our taxes basically cover that as well in the UK anyway. So yeah, make sure you're asking questions. Make sure you're, you know, it's your health. That's all I can say. Your health is wealth. Your health is how you're going to be able to get up, make money. Your health is how you're going to be able to become the entrepreneur that you want, or to have children, or to do whatever. If you don't have health, you're not really able to do anything. So I'll say take it really seriously. I would say in terms of like signs and things to look out for if you are concerned about your thyroids, not everybody gets enlarged goiters. So I had an enlarged bump, and that was the only reason why I knew, or how I knew, that there was an issue. But other symptoms that can include extreme fatigue, mood swings, there might be other issues with your hormones and stuff like that. If you feel like you do have any of those issues, definitely go and get a blood test, speak to a nurse, speak to a GP, and just explain to them how you're feeling and demand that blood test. When I say demand it. But yeah, make sure you take your medication consistently. If you feel like the dose needs to be increased, or you don't feel like it's functioning well, or you're functioning well, definitely get it reviewed. And yeah, it's been a whole year, guys. 1 whole year. I'm blessed, I'm booked, and I'm busy. And yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. And yeah, that's me, I'm out.